Welcome back to Al Chapo Sports, everyone's least favorite sports show, where we do the thinking so you don't have to. Back today with another installment of NFL Hell, bottom 5 teams in the NFL this week. So let's just jump right into it, starting with our 5th worst team in the NFL. We've got the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals lost a game this week to the Rams. The Rams, pretty middle of the pack as far as the NFL goes. They're absolutely mid. If you are a Rams fan, you are mid. Anyway, so losing to a middle of the pack team, it's whatever. It's not like, oh my god, you lost to one of the worst teams in the NFL, and it's also not you lost to the best, so it doesn't matter. You lost to an average team, but the kicker is the Rams are in your division. Anytime you lose a divisional game, that is going to weigh heavier. A divisional loss, or a divisional game in general, weighs much more than a non-division game or even a non-conference game. You only get 6 divisional games per year, and if you lose one, your odds decrease exponentially of making the playoffs for every divisional loss you rack up. So not a good look for the Cardinals. They only have 1 win on the season. Moving on to our 4th worst team, we've got the New York Giants. The Giants lost to the Bills this past week, an in-state rival, kinda. But the Bills are one of the best in the NFL. They're not the top tier, but they're pretty high up there, as you will see if you watch the top 10 NFL video that I released. And if you don't watch that, what are you even doing, man? Get your life together. But the Giants only 1 win this entire season. I believe that win was against the Cardinals, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to look that back up to be certain. But there's essentially no hope for this Giants team. They made a huge mistake overpaying Daniel to be the quarterback. I can't even remember his name right now. That's how bad he is. John, I don't remember. I'm genuinely not even remembering the name of the quarterback. Daniel Jones, that's the guy. That's his name. I had a whole meltdown on camera for you there. The fact that I can't even remember his name should go to tell you that you should not have paid as much money for this guy as you did. He was entirely mid his entire career, yet he got you 1 playoff win last year and you paid him so much money, and now you're facing the consequences of that because you have a terrible team. Anyway, moving on to the 3rd spot, we've got the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are absolutely hopeless as well. They lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, one of the best teams in the NFL. So no shame there, except if it weren't that, like I said, what have I said so far in this video and in all these videos really? It was a divisional loss. You cannot afford to lose your divisional games. I don't care if it's the Kansas City Chiefs or the New York Giants. I don't care if they're the best or the worst in the league. If you lose your divisional games, shame on you. You cannot lose those. Now, I will say it was a bit closer than expected. The Chiefs are very hit and miss kind of this season. They've been winning a lot of their games, but they haven't all been exactly that pretty. Maybe that's a little Taylor Swift curse coming in. I don't know. What I do know is that the Broncos simply are not working. Russell Wilson is not working. Sean Payton is not working. Nothing about this Broncos team is working. On paper, they have all the talent in the world, but they can't put it together. There is no cohesion in this team. So, that lands you a well-earned 3rd spot in hell, Denver Broncos. Moving on to number 2, we've got the Chicago Bears. Back again! You got out of hell last week with your solid win against the Washington, whatever they are now. But then you come right back with a loss to the Vikings. And the Vikings are not a good football team. If this whole video was extended to the bottom 10 NFL teams, surely the Vikings would be there. So not only did you lose to a bad team, Chicago, you lost to a divisional opponent. Do you see the theme of this video? If you lose in your division, you are going to be in the bottom of NFL hell, especially when you only have one win to your record so far. Yeah, this is about as bad as it can get. I would have put them in the bottom spot if I physically could, because they lost to such a bad team and they lost a divisional game, and their sole win of the season came against a pretty bad team too. The rest are losses. But that being said, it should go without saying who is in the bottom of NFL hell. In the bottom ring of NFL hell is the Carolina Panthers. Winless, winless, winless. Winless, winless, winless. I said it 6 times because you lost 6 games in a row and you haven't even put up one, not one victory yet. I don't even know. There's so much wrong with this team. It boggles the mind to even try to offer them anything constructive. They lost to the Dolphins, who, no shame in that. The Dolphins are one of the top 10, if not top 5 or top 3 teams in the NFL today. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you've lost to the best, because what does matter is you've lost all of your games so far this season. It has to be a record stretch for this team how long they have gone without getting a win. 0-6. I would love to see what a home game in Carolina looks like right now. I'm sure the stadium is at a quarter capacity because this team simply is not getting it done. It's not all their fault. They have no solution at quarterback, obviously, by them starting a rookie his first year. But even it goes deeper than that. This isn't just get your quarterback and the team will be fixed. No. This is a bad team, top to bottom. Players, staff, upper management, all of it. I know that, not because I'm some huge Carolina Panthers fan and I know all the ins and outs of their organization, but because your productivity speaks for itself. 0-6. That is all this time for NFL Hell. Comment down below. I want to hear, who do you think are the bottom 5 teams in the NFL today? Perhaps you disagree with me. Perhaps I'm being too harsh on these guys. Perhaps you want to throw New England in here. Maybe the Vikings. Let me know down below. Comment, like this video, subscribe for more football content, and I will see you guys next time.